At first, authorities felt that getting this ship out of the Suez Canal is not a big deal. With the help of 2 or 4 tugboats, the Suez Canal traffic could be restored just within few hours. But the matter became serious when the 300 tons pulling power boats could not move the ship even for a 1 centimeter. Traffic was jammed on world's most important shipping route, due to which millions of dollars were being lost in the passing hours. Dozens of rescue experts were called overnight. Help of excavators was also taken. All this was no less than a joke in front of this god vessel. After 6 days of heel spur, when all the courage was lost, then the power of nature came into action. Yes, the world's largest evergreen ship was pulled out by a nature force which trapped it. But how? Welcome to another video of Text TV. On the 23rd of March 2021, a cargo vessel was shown in the headlines of the whole world. An evergreen cargo ship loaded with 20,000 containers got stuck in the Suez Canal in such a way that it jammed traffic in both directions. There was nothing new in the cargo ships getting grounded due to any reason, but specifically getting trapped in the Suez Canal brought this news in the headlines of all channels. As you know, the Suez Canal is a man-made 120 miles long and 100 meters wide canal, which is not less than a priceless gift for the shipping industry. Cargo ships from Eastern countries, which used to go to Europe through African continent, are now using the Suez Canal. By using Suez Canal, they not only save their money, but also saving a lot on fuel. Similarly, vessels going from Eastern Europe and Canada to Asia also take the advantage of this Suez Canal. The only thing is that all the world's goods move through the Suez Canal, and this is the biggest reason for its importance. Evergreen ship being stuck here was raising many questions, which started being discussed on every news channel. Everyone just wanted to know that, how such a big ship gets stuck here, and if it is not removed within a few hours, then what consequences can it have on the supply chain network of the entire world? The length of Evergreen is 400 meters, which has 20,000 fully loaded containers. This ship is carrying goods worth more than $1 billion. If we talk about the container rate, then their weight alone is about 350,000 tons. That's like taking the weight of 2,000 Boeing 747 aircrafts together. Remember that it does not include the ship's own load. Suez Canal is not very deep. The ships place themselves in the center while passing through it, where water is little deeper than on the sides. Evergreen, which started its journey from Shenzhen, had to reach the city of Rotterdam in the Netherlands after a few weeks. Normally, the Suez Canal is crossed early in the morning, when wind conditions are normal. But on that day, the situation was quite different as compared to other days. On that day, there was a threat of strong winds and heavy storm in this canal, due to which many ships avoided using this canal. But the captain of Evergreen felt that he could face these winds. Perhaps it was not the captain's fault, because there are many kinds of pressure in the shipping industry, in which the biggest pressure is financial pressure. It is very important for the vessel to reach the destination on time, because their next bookings are made in advance. If ship is delayed for any reason, the bookings start to be cancelled. This is satellite view of Suez Canal, in which it looks very straightforward, but actually passing through here is not so straightforward. 7 a.m. in the morning, as soon as captain entered the ship into the canal, so the strong winds started from the sides. It was not fast enough for the captain, alarmed by them, because ships in the ocean have to face many terrible storms, and also because ships have less space in the Suez Canal. That's why strong winds matter here. The only problem with biggest cargo vessel is that they can't take a left-right turn so quickly. For this, it is necessary that the speed of the ship should be fast. The higher the speed, the easier it is to control. When a ship as high as 50 meters, like about the size of 16th floor of building, faced strong winds from the side, and the speed of the ship was also not that much, so then the ship started losing its control. Captain slightly increased the speed of the vessel, so that ship could be easily controlled. Due to the increasing the speed of the ship, the control of the ship was regained. But another natural phenomenon created a mess. When the speed increases, naturally the side pressure of water decreases. Due to this pressure drop, to keep the pressure equal on both sides, the ship moves towards the low pressure side. And the same thing happened in the case of the Evergreen ship. At a point, the captain noticed that the ship is sinking on the right side. Before he could do anything, the ship got stuck badly in the mud and sand on the right side, while its tail got stuck on the left bank. Evergreen, which weighs millions of tons, badly chopped the entire 200 meters Suez Canal in a second. This blockage happened exactly at this point between the Red Sea and the Great. Approximately 70 ships cross Suez Canal in a day. But there was a period of COVID-19 pandemic when the supply was going from China to all over the world. Hence, the traffic on the Suez Canal also increased than usual. On the first day, the ships lined up in the Red Sea and the Great Bitter Lake. Because 13% of the worldwide trade depends upon the Suez Canal, it is estimated that approximately $308 billion trade takes place only through the Suez Canal every month. This is not a small amount which can be ignored. On the other hand, efforts to evacuate the Evergreen were underway. The ship was badly stuck in the mud. Excavators were called, and they started removing mud from the sides of the ship. In the front of this huge ship, small excavators looked not less than a joke. Even after trying for 6 days, there was no hope. At this time, 450 vessels were in the Red Sea only because of this spice. When international pressure on the Canal Authority and ship owner increased too much, then they decided to unload the ship. Because they had no other option, they thought that if the ship weight would be reduced, then perhaps it would be easier to get out. But unloading of the ship was such a task, which would take 10 to 15 days more. Now, this was also a confusion. And then the force of nature was in action. On the 28th of March, supermoon was expected. And everybody knows that tides become very high on the full moon, due to which the water level of the sea also increases. When water level of Suez Canal increased due to supermoon, so the ship automatically rose. It rose so high that now only two tugboats pulled out the ship. Evergreen lucky escape was a great moment for the whole world. Then tugboats and treasures started playing with fog horns to celebrate it. Due to blockage of Suez Canal for 6 days, stakeholders had to suffer a loss of $57 billion. Thank you so much for showing support. See you in the next video. Goodbye.